This is Computer Insider, Canada's most watched, most listened to technology series. From around the world, computer news, user tips, hardware profiles, and software insights. Avoiding technobabble, we keep you informed in plain language. Computer Insider is hosted by award-winning international broadcast journalist Bob Pritchard.
Thank you very much for joining us once again today. Having been an Android user now for several years, I was curious about the ability for smartphones to use their built-in GPS to let people know where you are, or at least know where your phone is. The motivator behind this quest is that I feel that I'm always being asked by this app or that if it's okay to disclose my actual location. So I decided to download one of these applications just to see what it was all about. The one I chose to have a look at was GPS Tracker Pro. No particular reason for the choice, it just came up first on the search list, and well, given the way things are today, that's as much of a reason to choose an item as any other, so off we went. The package uses the GPS technology to accurately track any people you've registered into your account with real-time location updates. The app's maps show you the icons of family and friends with their exact locations using 28 satellites to triangulate every phone registered to the account. Now, if the phones happen to be out of view of a satellite, the app uses the cell phone triangulation by the phone carriers to update everyone's location. Okay, so now that we've covered all the basics of the system, let's talk about what you would want to do with that information. Obviously, it's very handy if you lose your phone, open up a Mac, pick your icon, and immediately know where your phone is. Unless, of course, the battery's dead, in which case it's time to backtrack your steps and, well, do an old-fashioned manual search. But let's be realistic on this one. The number of times that I've misplaced my phone, I can count on one finger of one hand. And I got it back by calling the phone and speaking to the person who answered it, who eagerly gave me their address so I could go over and get it back. So finding your lost phone may be a great excuse for installing the GPS Tracker app, but for most people, it's about seeing where somebody else is. Most of my thoughts run to parents worrying about where their kids really went to after saying they were heading off to the library to study, or more appropriately, the kids wanting to know when mom or dad would actually be home so they could make it look like we're doing schoolwork after school. Or maybe you want to figure out where the exact location of your spouse is, just in case you had some other activities in place you wanted to be clear of before they could get home. Or even in the work environment, trying to figure out where your staff actually ended up at. All of this seems to have some level of validity, at least on a basic level, but all have a common concern, and that concern is trust. How would you feel if you discovered there was an app running on your phone and you weren't aware of it, and someone was tracking what you were doing? How do you spell violated? So if you're really concerned about losing your phone or having the kids kidnapped or your spouse abducted, have a long talk with everybody involved to make sure that they understand that each of them will be fully tracked and the reasons for it. Trust lost is very difficult to recover. Reporting for Computer Insider, I'm Bob Pritchard.
This is Computer Insider, Canada's most watched, most listened to technology series. From around the world, computer news, user tips, hardware profiles, and software insights. Avoiding technobabble, we keep you informed in plain language. Computer Insider is hosted by award-winning international broadcast journalist Bob Pritchard.